in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, along with Matthew Lester, looking outside. An absolutely gorgeous morning. A little bit on the sticky side, the humid side, but hey, that's okay. We're going to have a very summer-like day before it's all said and done. We're looking at a humidity, I think, Matthew, of something like 60, 62% right now. Temperature-wise, what do we have?
Currently, over at the airport, it's mostly sunny at 79. Over in Midland, it's also mostly sunny at 79. Here at Radio Center, it's also mostly sunny at 79. We have south winds at 5 miles per hour, and our pressure's at 29.90, and it's steady.
We have a warm front moving up through the state right now, and you can pretty well tell where it is. Detroit right now is at 81. Looking at Flint with 80. Lapeer is at 80. Benton Harbor, 81. Battle Creek, 80. And Holland, 80. And, of course, we're not too far behind. Hot spot in the state right now is Muskegon. They're looking at 82. You get a little bit further to the north, and you really don't have to go too far. Temperatures drop right off. Just to kind of give you an idea, it is raining in the northwest corner of the Lower Peninsula. Cadillac is looking at rain and 68. Frankfort raining and 71. Traverse City, it's raining and 70. Rogers City is mostly cloudy, and they've got 68. So you kind of get the idea where that front is. And as we go through the rest of the day, that front is going to continue to move up. So folks in the Alpena area, where right now it's 67 and they're looking at cloudy skies, they'll make it up into the mid, at least 70s before the day is all done. And tonight we're going to stay not only warm, but we are going to continue to be very humid. We're looking at a mix of sun and clouds this afternoon. Maybe a pop-up shower here and there, all of that a function of the heat and the humidity. Then tonight with clouds, more clouds, scattered shower activity, especially after midnight for the mid-Michigan area. Then during the day tomorrow, we'll be looking at clouds and showers. Probably the best chance of getting a shower on your back porch that you'll see for the remainder of the week. 78 is all the warmer it's going to get. But still, that's above normal. 60 for a low tomorrow night. The front, a cold front, is going to be sliding through later in the evening on Wednesday night. So Thursday, we're going to start off with some clouds. We'll still have a chance of a widely scattered shower around. There will be a low-pressure system that'll be northeast of Lake Superior. That's the one that has the warm front ahead of it that we're experiencing right now. And it'll have the cold front trailing behind. 74 is what we're looking at for a high on Thursday, 54 for a low on Thursday night. As far as any shower activity goes, I think there will be a chance, but it'll be a lot more scattered during the day on Thursday. The best chance of precipitation will be tomorrow on Wednesday. Moving into Friday, partly cloudy skies. It'll definitely be cooler. 69, 70 degrees. That's about it. There will be a chance of some showers later in the day on Friday, but partly cloudy skies overnight on Friday night. The chances of showers, albeit very scattered, isolated, still will be with us on Saturday as well as Sunday. Low 70s, so below average for temperatures on Saturday and Sunday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we will be below normal on the temperatures and about average, maybe slightly below when it comes to the precipitation. But again, the best chance of showers over the entire state is going to be during the day tomorrow. Long range to take us all the way through the 17th of the month. We're looking at temperatures to average below normal, precipitation values to be average, maybe just a tad below normal. Average high 75, average low 55 for the 4th of June. The record high in this state set in 1934, 100 degrees. The record low, 34, that was set in 1945. And incidentally, the coldest ever June the 4th was in 1945. 50 was our high, 34 was our low. The warmest ever, well, that was set back in 1919. Sun will set this evening at 9:13. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 5:56. So that's the way the weather is shaping up for right now. Standing by, who do we have, Matthew?
Up next, we have Abby Terwilliger from the Andersons, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
But before we get to them, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Nutrient Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrient Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrientagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth. The Farm All tractors are called that because they do. Farm All. Whatever you need to have done, that tractor can do it for you. Anywhere from 35 to 140 horsepower. And Weiss Equipment carries the wide range of those Case IH Compact Farm All Series tractors. Anything from the value-packed Compact Farm All A up to the Deluxe Compact Farm All C and C Series with cabs. The tractor does it all, so no matter what you're doing, Can Do comes in red, and it is called Farm All. Find out more. See them today at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth, doing it right longer. We say good morning to Abby Terwilliger over at the Andersons. Abby, good morning.
Good morning, Terry.
I see that you're trying to get the corn and the soybeans to move up a little bit, but boy,
I'm trying.
That wheat is a tough act, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we had that big rally before this past week or two, and it's still just kind of slowly recovering from the gains that we did see.
Any particular reason why the markets are doing what they're doing right now, Abby?
No, not really too much. Corn, they just came out with the ratings. Michigan were 76% good to excellent. Overall across the U.S., 64%, which is pretty good. Beans, the April crush numbers were down about 5%. That might have a little bit of effect on it. And then wheat, we're having better ratings than average, and also we're further along, in the process, where the wheat's at. We are actually, this is obviously across the whole country, but we're 6% harvested. Normally we're only 3%. So definitely a sure tell sign that we are ahead and harvest will be earlier than normal.
Well, and I happened to take a look at the wheat headed out here in Michigan. The 5-year average is something like 38%. And right now we're at 77%.
Yep. Yeah, I would not be surprised if we see wheat getting cut even before the 4th of July.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all, which brings up kind of an interesting scenario, because in the past, I do recall a couple of times where we were thrashing wheat right around the 1st of July. And some of the producers stuck some soybeans in, double cropped.
Yep, there has been some talks about that. I'm not sure how many people would do it, but it's definitely, people are definitely thinking about it.
Be very interesting. So on the board right now at the Andersons, what do you have?
On the board in Hemlock, we have old crop corn, 382, new crop, 401, old crop soybeans, 1147. New crop, 1098. That's a scary number.
Yeah.
Red wheat, Old crop 588, new crop 598. White wheat 643 old crop, and new crop is 653.
Conversation as far as dry beans go. I know we are behind for some producers.
As far as dry beans, they're starting to, get in the field. They still have a while before. Well, I guess it is the 4th of June now. It is sneaking up on us, but hopefully, this rain the next couple days kind of doesn't really take us, put us out for too much longer, and then guys can hopefully get in and finish within the next week or so. And then I think if we get a good few days dry spell, or dry chunk time in the next week and a half, I think we'll all be sitting fairly well.
Yeah, it won't take very long at all. Now, based on the 5-year average, which is something like 12% planted, according to this report, 13% statewide has been in. So we're right on average over the 5 years. But last year, we were kind of spoiled. About a quarter of the crop was in as of right now.
Yeah, we were spoiled, and then everyone was freaking out that we weren't getting any rain. So we got to take the good with the bad, I guess.
Yeah, I think when I looked that up, I think we started without rain somewhere around the 23rd, 24th of May, and we didn't get a shower of any kind at all until like the 12th of June a year ago.
Yeah, and if I remember right, the 12th of June wasn't very much of a rain.
No, a quarter of an inch, I think, at a number of spots, and there were some that didn't even get a tenth. But
Yeah.
everybody was happy because the next day we got another tenth. So all of a sudden, boy, everybody was all excited. And then, of course, you know what happens. It doesn't shut off.
Yes. Yeah. So hopefully, fingers crossed, do the rain dance when you need to and the anti-rain dance when you need to. And we'll have a plentiful season.
And don't get your steps mixed up, right?
Yes, correct.
There you go. Abby, you have a great day, okay?
Thank you. You too.
You bet. Abby Twilger over at the Andersons. A little bit more in depth as far as what the markets are doing. Not only the ag futures, but some of the other related issues. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining us right now. The market report brought to you by Michigan Truck Spring of Saginaw, your complete parts and service headquarters for light, medium, heavy-duty trucks and trailers, as well as buses and recreational vehicles. Quality parts and service at very competitive rates for well over 45 years. 800-358-4751, or you can buy online at truckspring.com. And don't forget, they're open till 11 p.m. on weekdays. Market report also brought to you by Krizak's House Family Restaurant, 989-894-5531. That's the number if you need to provide the food for an event coming up and you want to have some good stuff that people are going to talk again and again and again about. Not a problem. Krizak's will take care of it for you. Just tell them what you want. They'll have it ready for you to pick up, and people will love it. Also, a great place to dine in. Don't forget, corner of Cass in Michigan on Bay City's south side. Say good morning to Doug Klein. Doug, what are we looking at?
Well, crude oil fell below $73 this morning, or overnight, either way. So the Saudis thing is still putting pressure on it, and basically the bottom line is there's way more money manipulating markets than there is producing oil. So that's their game, and whatever. They go short, then they come out with some foolish thing that they're going to increase production, and they drive the price down, and then they close their shorts up and they go long, and then they come out and say we're going to cut production, and they make billions and billions and billions of dollars, but again, way above our pay grade. So
Yeah.
But
that's one of the reasons why there's advocates out there that the United States become a petroleum provider and not a consumer.
You'd think, well, maybe in the next regime we can do that, but as of right now, Schlumberger and Apache both hit new lows for the year today, so not ready to buy them yet, but they could go down pretty heavy once they lose that support, that momentum. It becomes a falling knife, so you got to be really careful with something like that. But Anyway, those are the two of them hitting new lows right now. Copper's getting hit for about 2.5%, so Freeport's down about 6%. Once again, same thing. The moves are very violent nowadays in the market, so be careful and go slow. Tread lightly. That's what I would say. Here's your numbers. The July corn is 446 3/4, up 3 1/4. December corn 465 3/4, up 3. July soybeans 1185, up 1/2. November soybeans 1160 1/2, down 3 1/4. July wheat 664, down 8 3/4, and December wheat 712, down 6 1/2. Crude oil right now is 73.27, down 95 cents. Heating oil is 228.32, down 1 1/4 cents. Gasoline pretty much unchanged at 233.63. That should let us have a 2.99 or 98 pump price, maybe even without using your Kroger points. Natural gas is 2.70. That's down a nickel. Over to currencies. Canadian dollar. U.S. dollar buys $1.3683 Canadian. That's up 56 ticks. The dollar buys 154.79 yen. That's down 131 ticks. That's showing strength in the yen. And that could have made 2 or 3% with the knowledge of the fact that the Japanese government was going to intervene in their currency and raise their currency price, and they did. So, I mean, if you're gutsy, the opportunity's out there. The euro's at 108.79. That's down 23 ticks. The dollar's at 104.13. That's fairly unchanged. Gold's at 23.24, down 22.60 an ounce. Silver's at 29.95, down 69 cents. Platinum's at $1,003.40, down 19.40, and copper's at 4.55, down 12 cents.
A little negative there.
Yeah, stronger dollar, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the crude oil going down, that kind of sways a lot of different, what would you call them? Not soft, but hard commodities.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you say the wholesale gas was again?
$2.33.
So with the taxes and all that stuff, where should we be?
Close to $2.99 or 98.
Okay.
Maybe without points.
So below that magic 3.
You would hope.
Yep. Oh well.
We'll see.
We can dream.
Yeah. Yep.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. You know, serving you is their business, and they're doing it. They've got a great selection of products from Sure Crop and Nature's that'll help you increase their yields. And, of course, Vic Huffer, who's a certified crop advisor, he will assist you with scheduling your needs or scouting your fields. Since 1983, they've been doing it. Freeland Bean and Grain. Coming up, Matthew, who do we have?
Up next, we have Jerry Samolsky from the Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville, and we also have Craig Voorhees from the Rummel Insurance Agency.
We'll join them, but first this.
This year, make your farm produce the highest yield ever. Give your soil and your plants the boost of a 1-2 punch with liquids from Dairy Dew.
Stabilize your nitrogen with Humic Blaster, a great companion to UAN28, a great source of natural carbon. Humic Blaster allows your soil to hold nutrients and water at the root zone, saving it for crop consumption.
Protect your crops with Dairy Dew's Kelpful by adding it to any foliar application. Like vitamin C is good for our immune system, Kelp boosts the ability of plants to resist disease and other stressors. Fulvic acid makes fertilizers more effective, unlocking their full potential. Dairy Dew's Liquid Kelpful has both.
Liquid amendments can also have a free ride over your fields when you combine them with your herbicide or fungicide application. No extra fuel, compaction, or time and labor.
Take care of your crops to produce the best yield ever with help from Dairy Dew. Learn how Dairy Dew liquids can make a difference on your farm. Call a soil health expert at Morgan Composting today or visit dairydew.com.
Healthy plants come from healthy soil. Healthy soil comes from Dairy Dew.
Now's the time to save on genuine New Holland parts and service before harvest starts. Save up to $100 on any combination of OEM engine oils, coolants, filters, and Fleet Guard filters. Get up to 35% off electric guidance kits or up to 25% off hydraulic guidance kits from New Holland and Raven. And trade in your current precision technology to save up to 50% on precision farming products. Visit Ellen's Equipment in McBain, Beal City, and Ithaca today to grab these savings on genuine New Holland parts and service before they're gone.
The crop progress report came out yesterday afternoon. We mentioned about the dry edible beans. 13% were planted. According to this report, all 13% was planted in the last 7 days. So that kind of gives you an idea. That window of opportunity was there in the state, and some folks did take advantage of it. As far as the winter wheat goes, stripe rust, they say, is being reported throughout the state right now in the winter wheat, so it might be a good idea to be scouting the fields for that. Potatoes, the flowering began in southern Michigan in some of the earlier planted fields, and first cutting hay has continued, even though rain events have kind of slowed things down there. But for the most part, we're doing okay. Along with us right now, Jerry Samalski, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. And I guess that word we could use again for a lot of our landscaping and everything going on around the house and the barn and the property. It's okay right now.
It is, again, depends on where you are. It can be drier or wetter. But, I'd say where we're at, we could use this rain that we're supposed to be getting tomorrow. I'm looking at a half inch, and I think that'd be a welcome addition. But we're seeing, Terry, some dollar spots show up in turf right now. And the best thing for that is a little more nitrogen and more water. I know a lot of people have just said, it's been raining all the time. I don't need to water. Well, we do. We need a little more rain to keep things going, and that would be a great thing. But right now, that fungus is getting its dollar spot in turf. It's about 2 weeks earlier than it should be here, but it's here.
And as far as fertilization is concerned, especially on some of these newly planted flowers, what do you think?
Flowers, when you buy them, from the day they were conceived till the day you bought them, they were probably fertilized every day, parts per million. So, yeah, they're hungry beasts, and if you really want them to perform well, keep the fertility levels up in those containers and in the ground. There's slow-release products you can put for the ground, and then there's soluble things you can put in water on top. Both are good, and they're flowers to have them really perform. They're hungry, and they're working hard.
Good advice. Jerry, talk to you again tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right. Jerry Samalski, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Over to Craig Voorhees now with the Rummel Agency. And Craig, let's talk a little bit about special events, parties, things that are going to be going on this summer. I think most folks' calendar are pretty well packed.
Right, Terry. They certainly fill up fast, don't they?
They sure do. And of course, over in Frankenmuth, they got all sorts of activities well underway as well. Give us some advice about some of these events.
Right, Terry. If you're hosting a wedding or a grad party this summer, whether it's at your house or a venue that you're renting, just double check with your insurance carrier or agent that you're covered for any of the liability there. And don't be surprised sometimes if you are renting a venue that they do require you to get what's called a special events policy. It's for that special day. They're not very expensive, and they do give you additional coverage that your home or farm policy wouldn't give you. So sometimes that is required, and don't be scared of it. It's pretty painless, and it'll could save you a whole lot of headache in the long run.
A lot of folks really don't think of that.
No, they don't. And when they get asked about it, they get a little caught off guard. So that's why I say don't be scared of it. It's something most agencies can put together in a few days. Of course, we like a little extra time if we can, but we can do them pretty quick and get you taken care of.
Sounds good. Craig, take care. We'll hopefully see you on Thursday.
Yes, looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing all the young folks out there.
Yeah, that'll be great. Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. Michigan Sugar Company, the Growers Golf Outing. It's going to be over at the Vassar Golf and Country Club. So hope to see a lot of you there. When we return, Teresa from Baird & Company will be joining us.
Check out the all-new LS MT2 Series compact tractors at Nagy's Tractor Sales in Omer. The new and improved MT2 features 25 to 42.5 horsepower engine, hydrostat or shuttle transmission, and four-wheel drive. They have an all-new hood design with larger grille for better cooling, larger tires for improved traction, new LCD dash to give you more information on when service is due, LED headlamps, and larger upgraded platform area to give you ample legroom. The all-new QuickTack loader has a lift capacity up to 2,500 pounds, and the QuickTack bucket makes it a snap to switch to bucket or grapple. Nagy's has all the new MT2s in stock, including cab and platform, premium and economy models. The LS MT2 premium cab models features heat and air conditioning, premium suspension seat with armrests, remote hydraulics, third function joystick for grapple operation, and much more. For a limited time at Nagy's, take advantage of 0% financing on all MT2 Series tractors up to 96 months. See dealer for details. Stop into Nagy's Tractor Sales just south of Omer today and check out your new LS MT2 Series tractor or visit Nagy'sTractor.com.
Let's find out what's going on in New York right now. Teresa over at Baird & Company joining me. Do we have a green day or a red day, Teresa?
Oh, I'm sad to say it's primarily red day today with the Dow Jones Industrial Average down 56 points at 38,515, 268 million shares traded. NASDAQ down 59 at 16,769 and 366 million shares traded. Some stocks of local interest include Caterpillar at 326.14, down 522. Deere 364.76, down 336. CMS Energy 62.33, down 31. Dow 55.29, down 77. DuPont 80.21, down 42. Corteva 53.77, down $1.64. General Motors 45.44, down 30. Trinzio 3.28, down 21. Walmart 66.17, up 35 cents. Huntington Bank 13.47, down 20. Independent Bank 24.19, down 68. And we'll end on a good note with AT&T at 18.16, up 14 cents.
All right. Teresa, you take care. Have a great day, okay?
You as well.
Will do. Teresa over at Baird & Company. We'll be right back.
Maximize your sugar content this season with Vive's 3-step fungicide program. First, seamlessly mix and apply Asteroid FC 3.3 in furrow with your starter fertilizer for early season rhizoctonia control. Then follow it up with a foliar spray of Astronaut at the 4 to 8 leaf stage for the ultimate boost to plant health and disease protection. Finally, come back anytime in season from 8 leaf to pre-harvest to apply Vive's new Phobos FC fungicide for enhanced Cercospora leaf spot control. Learn more at www.vivecrop.com/more sugar.
Farm Service has been brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. And by Steiner Tractor. New parts for old tractors, 800-234-3280, or go to steinertractor.com. We now conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem, brought to you by Euclid Avenue Coins in Bay City at 602 North Euclid Avenue.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW FM, Carlton. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend Dog Food.
I'm Steve Kathan. Republicans are critical of President Biden's new plan to take action on the southern border. Senator John Cornyn of Texas.
It is a shell game. They are not serious about it. This is a conversion based on the proximity of the next election.
The executive order, which comes 5 months before the election, would temporarily suspend entry of most migrants at the southern border when weekly average daily border crossings surpass 2,500. Asylum claims also would be strictly limited and would be